Caulking is a technique shipbuilders use to stop water from getting inside the boats by plugging up the gaps with wood, cotton, and oakum. It was invented between the ancient Egyptian times and the Austronesian expansion, and we use materials that they used to this day, such as the Egyptians using pitch, which is a viscoelastic polymer which can be derived from petroleum, coal tar, or plants. As time passed, ships started using cotton to patch up the gaps between planks rather than the tapa bark the Austronesians used to use. Twisting the cotton into smaller loops, both for higher control over how much cotton is being put in the cracks of the ships, but also to help grip the planks of wood, as wood is known to expand and contract, and also shifts around as the boat is turning. Another resource ships have started to use is called oakum. Though the exact date was lost to time, people started noticeably using oakum in their ships in the Middle Ages as a second layer of filling, mainly used for gaps larger than 1.5 inches. Oakum used to consist of tarry rope and cordage, being unraveled to fibers ready for ships. Though, in more recent times, it started being made of tarred fibers, as the older method of unraveling was taxing on the workers' thumbs and fingers. Finally, the gaps would be closed up by heating up tar, which consists of organic matter such as coal or wood being heated up in a space lacking of oxygen, to prevent fire, which allows the material to melt into its dark, sticky substance. Shipbuilders would heat up tar before pouring it over the cotton and oakum, fully sealing everything into the gaps of the ships, only needing to be replaced every few years. Many different tools are used while caulking a ship, the most notable ones being the caulking iron, a chisel-like tool used to push the many different materials into the gaps in the planks. The caulking mallet, or some people call it a caulking hammer, a wider and surprisingly lighter mallet with metal on the ends and near the middle of the mallet, both for extra durability and to prevent the ringing sound when you strike metal to metal. The reefing hook, meant to pry out all the older caulking materials of the ship to replace it with new materials. And lastly, a pitch ladle, used to pour boiling pitch or tar over top of the gaps to seal it all in. The caulking tools we have here at the Maritime Heritage Centre were donated and owned by Buford, who worked on the restoration of the BCP-45. Buford was a master shipbuilder well known by the community. If people had problems with their boat, they'd come to Buford. Buford took charge when restoring the BCP-45, but in terms of caulking, the BCP-45 wasn't actually sealed as it was planned for her to never sail again. However, a reef hook was used to take out the old caulking of the BCP-45 since they needed to restore the hull from its years of dry rot. The BCP-45 was Buford's last project, and one that inspired him greatly, his wife remarking that the project increased his life expectancy and kept him going until the project was complete. He died shortly after the restoration was complete. Buford brought life and knowledge to this museum, and we are thankful to him for his donations and contributions.